Hi, Lisa Warden here with Sacred Living. I am here for your reading for the week, Sunday the 30th of October through Saturday, November 6th already. So here you are. Before I begin the reading, be thinking about whether you resonate with Archangel number 1, Archangel number 2, or Archangel number 3. So I will come back with those messages at the end of the weekly reading. So the first card, and again, I'm still working with the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. So I've got some new decks on tap that I've been working to get going with. So be expecting some new changes. But for this week, we've got the Hermit. And so the Hermit is all about not being flashy, but really knowing your business. And so it is studying under a teacher. And it doesn't look really super exciting or whatnot. But this person has really taught you the real stuff. And so there's a lot of flashy stuff out in the world that looks fancy schmancy. This teacher has been no nonsense for you. So this, and they have the lantern is very bright. And the other thing that I was seeing coming up with this, that like the space that you are in with this is just not aesthetically pleasing at all. Like I was seeing a lot of industrial. I like warm and antiques and those kinds of things. And they were showing me the more modern pipes and those kinds of things. So to you, when you meet the messages from this teacher, what this person has to say, it's not visually appealing, but the light, follow the light and see where it leads you, because there's something about the shine ahead onto your path that is going to be really helpful. The next card was the Seven of Water. And when I first looked at this card, my mind was really drawn to how all of these chakra cups are out of order, because there's one cup for each chakra and they are all out of order. So my first thought was like, this is a mess. This is all out of order. But what this card is all about, it's about taking too long, procrastination to get things perfectly right, and sometimes being too influenced by what other people have to say. So I don't feel like it's your teacher necessarily that is really focused with it's got to be this way. It just feels like a lot of external pressure with the desire to want to please, and that comes up again later in the week too. So then on Tuesday, they are reminding us that we have all of the tools that we need. And so when I looked at this card, it looked almost like this angel was juggling all of these tools. So it feels like you're so new and so fresh that you don't know what to do. But this Tuesday is going to have you recognizing you really do have the tools to do what is going to be needed. And then on Wednesday, again with Page of Air, there's this hesitation. Like you've picked out from Tuesday the tool that you need, but now you're almost like you're a little timid about it. Okay, I've made my choice, but I'm a little uneasy and uncertain about it. So it's like you haven't quite got that stance. One hand in his pocket as he's like got his sword and he's like, okay, here I am, world, but am I really sure about my choice? So then on Thursday, it's going to be really effective for you to reach out for a teacher. So I see the younger person, this Two of Fire, sitting next to the older person, and this older person, whatever it is that they're looking out at, and it seems to me like a project or some kind of economic type thing, call on the expertise of this older expert, because this expert is going to take a look at this situation and just say, this is what it is, this is what we got to do, because they've got a far enough stance backwards that they can tell exactly what's going on, and they're going to be able to help you see exactly what's going on. And they're going to teach you a really valuable lesson that has to do with some of the patterns that keep coming up in your life. So then when we get to Friday, so the Awakening card is all about feeling out of sync with time, but it was upside down. So the thing is you're feeling out of sync with the thing is tipped over, the hourglass, and the person isn't straight up and down, you're a little cockeyed. But see, here's the thing, is you're in perfect placement for where you need to be at this time. It's just going to feel really uncomfortable. So Friday has you feeling really uncomfortable. And then Saturday, here comes the Emperor. And like this guy was staring at me, like I'm looking at all the cards and this guy's like, "Rrr." So whomever this person is in your life that you can call on for expertise, like this person is stoic, very, very, this is the way it is. Blunt. That's the word I'm looking for. Very, very blunt. And so sometimes you might be afraid of this person's judgment, and some of the things that they have to say might come off sounding like judgment, but it's absolutely not anything different from it is what it is. This is this person's stance. This does not feel like a judgmental person to me. Some of the things that they say are so blunt that sometimes it can feel like this person is being judgmental. But this person calls so much from common sense, so much from the experience that this person has, that they do not spend a lot of time judging other people. They might notice what's going on, and you might hear them say like, well, that was really stupid, but that has to do with how claircognizant this person is. So claircognizance is clear knowing. So many people and more men have a tendency to be claircognizance than women, but more often than not, a lot of the men who are claircognizant don't recognize it to be a spiritual gift. They just recognize it as common sense. And why doesn't that person have common sense? So if you hear this person talking about other people, it's usually in that capacity, and it isn't a real judgment. It's like they really truly don't understand because they think they have it. Everyone has access to the same information, and that's not the case. So if you had Archangel number 1, then you have Archangel Jophiel, who is asking us to invite her to help us clean our environment up. So when something just doesn't flow properly in your home, there's a space you're just not comfortable in. If there's a space in your home where there tends to be more arguments than other places in your home, then Archangel Jophiel is the one to invite in and ask her help and guidance to help you feng shui your home so that all of the spaces in your home feel beautiful. If you had Archangel number 2, then you have Archangel Raziel. And he is coming to help us with some of that sacred geometry stuff. I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So you can ask Archangel Raziel to come in at dream time and help you understand some deep truths that will help you move forward. And so sometimes you might have the imprint of remembering dreams of being in a library, but not really remembering much else about what has gone on. Took me some time to figure out that that's what was going on there. If you have Archangel number 3, you have claircognizance. Here's that gift again. So Archangel Uriel is here asking us to pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you. They are the answer to your prayers. So Archangel Uriel, he's that wise uncle, and that is sometimes what happens and why people have this energy of expertise and clear knowing, and they really own their own space because they just have this connection where they just know things. And so if that is the case, then you can use that as you ponder, what would it look like if I tried this? What would it look like if I did that? What do I need to know about doing this? What questions are extremely effective at helping to use the tool of claircognizance? So I hope this really helps you this week. I hope you have a great week. Take care, everybody.